Alright, before I start the video, I just want to say, yes, I know this isn't my complete collection, but yeah, I just need one more iPod Touch, and I'm actually complete, so man oh man, isn't that an accomplishment? Yeah, what is up guys? My name is Matt and welcome back to my reflections. Today, we are going to be talking about each and every iPod Touch made, except for the 6th gen, which, now that I think of it, might as well be the 5S because, I mean, that's what it is basically. Here it is, the first generation iPod. This thing was a pretty cool device in my opinion. Just the fact that you had the option to choose between the iPhone or the iPod. So people were really excited when they heard that the iPod Touch came out. Back then iPods were just, the click wheel iPod. So this was a really good intro to the lineup. So that was really nice. I'm gonna be powering up this one for a little one, and we're actually gonna look at the 2nd gen iPod Touch, which obviously this was my first device. Actually, this is not the original one I used to own, but of course it is the original. I mean, not the original, but it's actually the first iPod I own technically. What this thing really brought to the table was a design that was really identical to the 3GS. The only difference was that this had a metal back, which, now that I think about it, it's weird. An iPod having more like premium material than an iPhone, well, those days are over. And actual, speakers built in this time. So yeah, this was a really good new device, and it had volume rockers. As you can see now, this one's broken. These had a tendency to break. And while we actually talk about that, I just want to say that the 3rd gen iPod was one of the hardest for me to find. So here we have the 3rd generation iPod. Now this one has to be one of my favorites, just given the fact that it looks like a 2nd gen, but it has so many features. It's like a 3GS packed all in one. Now, one thing that this thing lacked behind the 3GS was the fact that it actually didn't have a microphone, so you'd have to plug in headphones to record voice memos. So that was that. And look at this, it's so weird when you're holding an iPod Touch that looks this ancient, but it actually has modern features like a notification center, a messaging app, a not wide variety, but it has a variety of apps you can actually choose from. You could set your own background on it. And honestly, this is why this has to be one of my favorites, given the fact that I've always had, this was like one of my longest, devices I've had from Apple. And, this is a refreshing new look at it. And these are rare. I mean, rare. They're probably gonna be as rare as the iPhone 10 when it becomes not sold anymore. So here we have actually the most beautiful iPod ever made, honestly. Sorry 1st gen, you're kind of knocked off the list here, but this is one of my favorite designs. This one's one of my favorite because of the fact that the design is old, but the internals are good. But no, I like this design. It is so thin, so beautiful, and I just love it. It's what it is, and you could definitely see this. This is what an iPod is, and it makes me sad that the chrome back is scratched, but it is what it is. It is an iPod in the end. It will get scratched, even with the case. Like, I held it onto it. Now this one is jailbroken. I could obviously unjailbreak it by restoring it. Wouldn't be really much of a difference, as this is still running iOS 6 right now. But I decided to keep it that way. And once again, yeah, it is a beautiful device that I really love. But yeah, one of my favorite designs. I love the white. It complements the chrome beautifully. Beautifully. Honestly, Apple should probably go for a chrome iPhone next year, but I don't think they're gonna do that. And of course, we're moving to the 5th generation iPod, which sadly I do not have it on iOS 6, but this is the space gray version. And no, it's not sealed. I just resealed it, and it has everything original inside, as same as the iPod. I don't know if it even turns on anymore. This has been sitting in this box for more than a year. I'm probably gonna open it one day, give it another juice full charge because I don't want the battery to completely die. But yeah, this thing is one heck of a beast, and I won't be able to show you guys in this video because I don't want to sit here and open it. But yeah, now moving on. I mean, this one is space gray. So yeah, before we move on, this is a space gray model and it's running iOS 7. So technically, it is original if we consider it like the color. It's like saying, you know, actually here, let's take this one into consideration. The iPod, oh shoot, the iPod 4th gen on the black version came with iOS 4. That was the original, and the one with iOS 5 actually came in, like the white one only came with iOS 5 and higher. So this one iOS 5 would basically be original, and this one running iOS 7, since it's space gray, is original. Like hardware wise it isn't because it's iPod 5, but it is, like, if you guys understand what I'm saying. Hope you enjoyed this video, and of course I'll see you guys next one, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.